What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some of the toughest lures on the Texas coast. What they are the one and only Kwigglers. So not to any surprise of y'all, in my last couple of videos I have been promoting Kwigglers, and the reason I've been promoting them is I've used many Twitch baits such as Bass Assassins, Little Johns by Mirrolure, or not Mirrolure, yeah, Mirrolure, but none of them have ever worked for me as well as these Kwigglers do. And they have two different types of Twitch baits. They have the Willow Tail and they have the ball-tailed shad. And what that is this is the Willow Tail. This is one of my favorite Willow Tails, and a lot of people use this, including me, a lot more in like shallow water, say knee-deep water or less, because it's a lot more buoyant than their ball-tailed shad. And what it does is you throw it out and it sinks to the bottom. And what sits on the bottom, when every time you twitch it, that Willow Tail flickers up and down, and it gives a really good sight to the trout, redfish. It's like kind of like a paddle tail, but not really, because it doesn't work like a paddle tail, but it gives off a lot of vibration and movement to trigger and catch the fish's attention. But the type of lure that I use for when I'm more in deeper water, saying knee deep or more, up to my chest deep, I'm using the ball-tail shad. And what that is it's like a regular twitch bait, soft twitch bait, but it has this ball at the end of it. That's why I call it the ball-tail shad. And I use it exactly the same. I throw it out, I give it a few twitches every now and then, reel it in, twitches. With the ball-tail shad, you have to work it a little faster to keep it in a certain water column. Say if you want in the top water column, you're gonna have to work it a little faster with more twitches just to keep it up there higher with I would suggest an 1/8 ounce lead head. But with these Willow Tails, they're really made for, like I said, for knee deep or less. And so you can let that Willow Tail hit the bottom and then flick it and let the Willow Tail do its do its own action. These lures go for, I think, $4.99 a pack, so $5 a pack, which is really a good price point. I think they come with 6 a pack, or I think it's 6 a pack. I don't know, I have to check again. But they, like I said, are a really tough lure. You can catch as many fish as you want on these before you're gonna have to replace it with another lure, because they're just the plastic they use for it is so tough and durable that you don't have to worry about like gulp or Bass Assassin where you're gonna have to, switch it every time you catch a fish. So now I'm gonna talk about when I use these lures. So in the mornings, as everybody knows, you start off with a top water, and I'll work my top water, and if I don't get a bite, once I stop getting a bite within 10 minutes on my top water, I go ahead and switch over to my twitch bait, such as the Mirrodine or the Softine. Once that bite goes dead after about 10-15 minutes, I'll go ahead and switch over to my soft plastics, which is right now my Kwigglers. The reason I switch over to them is, I don't know, just a personal preference, but I just feel like they give off a lot better action because they're a lot softer, so they give a better reaction of a bait fish. So that's when I use them. So why I use them? Like I've said before, I've used many other soft twitch baits such as Bass Assassin, the Gulp, the Mirrolure, Little John, and none of those has worked for me as well as these Kwigglers have. It's one of my confidence baits. I highly promote them. I mean, I'm not sponsored in any way by any of this stuff. I'm not sponsored by any kind of company right now. So everything I'm telling you, I'm paying with my own money, and I'm letting you know what works. So now I'm going to talk about the color that I'm using. And my color really is dependent on what season it is. So for right now, I'm really loving these pearl with hot pink tails. During the summers, for whatever reason, I really love using anything with pink. For whatever reason, that has always worked with me, anything with pink. Also, what's working for me right now is these red with white tails, and I think that's because they give off an imitation of a shrimp, maybe. I don't know, but these two colors really work for me during the summer. This right here is a new bait by Kwiggler. It's called the Truth. It's a purple. It's got blue, silver, and white glitter in it. And this right here is a really good bait. I've got this one in the ball tail and in the willow tail. These are really good baits for winter time, when it's getting cold or when it's already cold. That's when I like to use this purple color. But like I said, the color, it really is just a confidence thing for you. Whatever you have found that's worked for you whenever, I would stick to that color. But for me right now, these are my two favorite colors in this type of season. And last but not least, I'm gonna go over the types of baits that Kwigglers offers. First off, they have the ball tail shad. Like I said, it's just a regular twitch bait that has a ball tail on the end of it. That's why they call it a ball tail shad. For whatever reason, my camera is not focusing on it. There we go, right there. And then they have the willow tail. Like I've said before, this is the willow tail. How do I do this? Like this? This is the willow tail. It has the willow at the tail. That's why it's called willow tail. And then they offer the long, I think it's called long tall Sally. Basically what it looks like is it's a curl, like a curl tail, a basic curl tail, but they're a lot stronger than most curl tails that are offered in other lure companies. Also they have the shrimp tail, and I've never used one of those. I'm gonna have to try those out sometimes. But also they provide the 4-inch paddle tail, which I'm gonna have to go ahead and buy some of those too, see how they work. But as far as what I use for Kwigglers is the twitch bait, like the willow tail and the ball tail shad. Alright guys, this is going to conclude it for my lure review on the Kwigglers. I have been in contact with one of the members of Kwiggler crew, and we're thinking about doing some film work together. So if y'all would like to see that, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this lure, if you have used it, if you haven't used it before, or if you're thinking about using it. Alright, till next time guys, peace.